If you didn't read past the headline, Matt Hagan wins his third race of the year in Englishtown, you don't know the rest of the story. A new transition from concrete to asphalt at the 700-foot mark at Raceway Park brought a new challenge: how to keep from spinning the tires. A crew chief with a lot of Napa know-how, Rahn Tobler reveals some of the tricks it takes to traverse a tricky track, alliteration aside, in this week's Traxxas Extreme Power Session.
These are an example of some of the graphs that we dealt with in Englishtown. This is a drive shaft and what you'd like it to look like as we go down, and this is the engine. And the trick with the transition is trying to get the two to come together smoothly. This shows on a couple of our runs at Englishtown, when it got down to that 750 mark, how it spins the tires and goes on from there. You'd like this to continue on and be a smooth transition and a smooth drive shaft through the end of the run. And we have a couple of ways that we can fix that. One of the ways that we can do it is with the timing map on the car. And this shows our timing map, how we put the timing into the car. From the 3 to 4 second range here, we can take this here and move it up and down, and perhaps maybe take a little bit of timing in or out of it to help it get through that transition period. And we can also do it with clutch application, where we can come back and mechanically do some things in the clutch to make it a little bit softer going through that area. One of the things we talked about inside on helping the transition is with the timing map. So we built the timing map inside on the computer, transfer it from the computer into this box. I can take this box out here, plug it into the ignition system on the car, couple of pushes of the pencil, transfer it from this box into the ignition box on the race car. As soon as the driver steps down on the pedal, the sequence is started, transfers this timing map to the timing system, and hopefully helps us get through that transition. The other way that we talked about helping the race car get through the transition is by the clutch application. This is our clutch. It has a series of levers in it. On a few of the levers in the clutch, it has what we call clutch stops. One of the ways that we can kind of soften the car up through the middle is with these devices called stops. And as the clutch lever comes up and applies, as it wears more and more, it actually gets on the stop right there and keeps this lever from applying. So we can do that on either 1, 2, 3, or 4 different levers to try and help the car get through that transition area.
And when it all comes together, that is how you produce great side-by-side racing at over 300 miles per hour, even despite a tricky track.